Here we are in this week's assignments module, which is due Sunday, August 30th. The reading for this week comes from our textbook, Graphic Design, A New History. And you'll be reading the introduction, which is about the origins of type and typography from Gutenberg to Bodoni. The origins of visual communication has its roots deep in the past, beginning with prehistoric images carved on fragments of bone or painted on the walls of caves, like those at Lascaux, France, from about 15,000 BC. The most significant development of the 15th century was Johannes Gutenberg's invention of printing from movable type, which revolutionized ways of thinking and learning. And as a result, the development of various typefaces we still use today was the direct result of Gutenberg's invention. And here are a few examples, such as the example by John Baskerville and one by François Didot, which we still use today. Have a look at this week's lectures. The first, on art and design, examines the difference between art and graphic design. The motivation for each is quite different, so be sure to read that lecture to understand the difference between art and design. I also have a lecture on the history of typefaces to see how they developed after Gutenberg's invention of the printing press. In the language of graphic design, you'll learn that graphic design is a visual language that is built on fundamental principles and elements, and understanding these elements will help you understand the development of style within the history of graphic design. This week, you'll introduce yourself to the class, talk a little bit about yourself and why you're taking this class, and be sure to respond to some of your classmates' posts. Just click this link, and that will take you to the discussion board, where you click in the reply field and then enter your post in the text editor. Also, have a look at this overview about the work you'll be doing in class. Each week, you'll be doing a bibliography and design and context assignment, so read about that and what the purpose of that is and the requirements. Also, you'll have 4 exams throughout the semester in this class on these dates. And you'll also be working on a museum exhibition project during the entire course of the summer. And we'll be talking about this in more detail a little bit later. I've also included a bibliography which has links to some of the topics covered in this week's reading, should you be interested in more information. So those are this week's assignments. Be sure to introduce yourself to class and do the assigned reading in the textbook. If you have any questions, be sure to email me. Otherwise, have fun.